The Lone Ranger.
Tonto, I certainly picked a bad time to send you into town for supplies.
What do you mean, Kemo Sabe?
While you were gone, I caught a glimpse of that outlaw we've been after, Matt Cagle.
Oh, that's plenty good news. You sure it was him?
Yes, it was Cagle, all right. I tried to run him down, but I lost his tracks on the rocky ground.
There's one thing me not understand, Kemo Sabe.
Oh, what's that?
Why Matt Cagle come way out here? The only town near here is Buffalo Gap, and very small. There's no bank or express office to rob.
It's primarily a way station for buffalo hunters. Did you see anything suspicious while you were in town?
Nothing suspicious, Kemo Sabe. There are not more than 10 buildings in the whole town. Biggest one, a hotel.
It doesn't make sense. Why should a notorious outlaw like Matt Cagle be hanging around Buffalo Gap?
Wait, Kemo Sabe, me just remember. A plenty strange party of buffalo hunters arrived in town this morning.
What do you mean, strange?
One of them young prince from some country in Europe. Him have a long name, me not remember it.
Tonto, that's not unusual. Visiting European royalty like to take their chance at buffalo hunting.
And you think there's no connection between Matt Cagle and young prince?
Well, I don't see how there could be. Even Matt Cagle wouldn't be foolish enough to try robbing a foreign prince. If he did, the whole United States government would be after him.
Then what we do, Kemo Sabe? Matt Cagle gave us a slip many times now.
Well, Tonto, we know he's here for some purpose, and there's a chance it isn't good. We'll stay close by and try and pick up his trail again.
All right, Your Highness. You defeated me again. You improve every day.
How can I help but improve with such an excellent instructor as you, Baron?
And how many times must I warn Your Highness never to turn your back to an enemy? It could mean your death, you know.
But you're not my enemy. You're my uncle and my friend. Though, if you were my enemy, you would stand to gain much. My death would make you heir to the throne.
Your Highness, do not talk like that. Your father entrusted me with your welfare and education. I always seek to make sure that when you do ascend the throne, you will be ready for its responsibilities.
I was only teasing, Uncle. I know you served me well.
All right.
Come in. You wish to see me?
Yes, Mr. Prince.
You are addressing His Royal Highness, Prince Maximilian, and you bow when you speak to him.
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, Mr. Baron.
I'm not Mr. Baron. I'm His Excellency D. Baron, Otto von König.
Yes, Mr. Baron. I mean, Your Excellency.
Uncle, you're too harsh on the boy. He does not understand our ways.
I do not wonder. These Americans with their illusions of equality and their contempt for titles.
Uncle, you are the hotel keeper's son, are you not? Well, what is it you wanted, boy?
It's a gift. There's a note we all signed.
Welcome to Prince Heinrich from the school children of Buffalo Gap. Signed, Chip Truitt, President, Ralph Lawrence Abel, Vice President, Laurie Truitt, Secretary and Treasurer. Well, Uncle, do you still say Americans have contempt for titles?
All right.
It's a Western hat to win the buffalo hunt.
A hat like this for His Highness?
Uncle. Thank you, boy. I appreciate the thought. Thank your friends for me.
Yes, Your Highness.
Little barbarian. He's like all the rest of them. No menace, no culture. I warned your father it would be a mistake for us to come here. But no, His Highness must learn the ways of other countries, he said. It would make him a better ruler someday.
Well, perhaps it will, Uncle. After all, we have learned much.
All right, you better get some rest now. We go on our buffalo hunt at dawn.
Are you sure the guide you've hired for the hunt tomorrow is experienced and reliable, Uncle?
Of course, the best, Your Highness. I investigated him personally before I sent for him. He should be here sometime tonight.
Well, till dawn then, Uncle.
All right. But remember, must look like an accident.
I tell you, Byrne, you've got nothing to worry about. When the boy is killed, it'll look like the buffaloes trampled him to death.
Now, what about a witness? There should be someone else besides you and me who can swear he saw the accident.
I've got an Apache Indian friend near here. I'll sign him on as pack carrier. He'll swear to anything we tell him to.
This is half the money I promised you. I got the other half when the job is done. I can see I made a wise choice when I selected you for the job. You have a question?
Yeah, there's one thing bothering me, Byrne.
What is that?
If you want the prince killed, why haven't you done it yourself a long time ago? You must have had plenty of chances.
I have indeed. But you forgot, I'm the boy's uncle. We are very much in the public eye. Any action of mine must be above reproach, since I stand to gain the most by his death. And I cannot tell you the number of times I had wished for it.
Look.
Plenty strange, Kemo Sabe. Horse without rider way out here in a deserted barn.
Whoever was riding that horse may have been thrown and hurt. We better investigate. Whoever rode that horse must be close by. Let's have a look in the barn.
Put down that knife, boy. Me not want to hurt you.
I will not.
Put that knife down, you'll force me to use this gun.
Then use it. If I'm to die, I shall die fighting.
I don't know who you think we are, but we mean you no harm.
Don't lie to me. You were the two men my uncle hired to assassinate me. But you'll find I don't die easily. Well, what are you waiting for? My weapon is gone now. Why don't you shoot?
This boy hard to convince. We not mean to harm him, Kemo Sabe.
Save your breath, Redskin. I heard my uncle plotting with your friend last night. As for me, I still have two weapons left, these. And I must warn you, I was taught fisticuffs by the very best tutors in all of Europe. No ruffian can compete with my skill.
What me do, Kemo Sabe? This boy want lesson in fisticuffs, Indian style.
I think you'd better give him that lesson, Tonto. I'm afraid he's not going to listen to reason.
Try it, Redskin. And when I've finished with you, I'll challenge the masked man if he's not afraid.
This boy have more courage than skill, Kemo Sabe.
I'll show you how much skill I have.
Take it easy. I think you've had enough. You've proved your courage. You've learned that we know a bit about fighting over here. I suppose you tell us who you are and what you're doing here in this stable.
But you must know who I am. My uncle's hired you to kill me. I am Prince Heinrich Wilhelm Maximilian.
Oh, that's plenty big mouthful for a name, Kemo Sabe.
Much too big for us, Tonto. Suppose we just call you Hank.
I am a prince of the blood royal. No one addresses me as Hank. It is customary to address me as your royal highness.
May be customary in your country, but not in ours. We'll just stick to Hank.
Oh, plenty fine jewels in handle of knife, Kemo Sabe.
Tonto, it's not a knife. It's called a stiletto. This belongs to you.
You're giving it back to me?
Why not? We mean you no harm, and this is the best way to prove it.
I will never understand your American customs. First you fight me like an enemy, then you trust me as a friend.
One of our customs is to shake hands after a fight, no hard feelings.
That's right, boy. Me like to be your friend.
Perhaps I was taught fisticuffs by the wrong tutors. I should have come to America long ago.
Hank, suppose you tell us about your uncle and these hired assassins.
Well, it's rather a long story. Perhaps we'd best sit down.
Good.
Now, I want the truth. Did you see the prince leave last night?
No, sir. I mean, no, Your Excellency.
But you know where he's gone.
No, sir. I only know there's a horse missing from the stable this morning. And a saddle.
All right. Get out. Hegel. Did you hear the boy?
Yeah. I wonder what made the prince run away.
I don't know. He must have heard us talking last night. There can be no other answer.
Well, he sure did a stupid thing, taking a horse and riding off into the wilderness. He won't last 2 days.
Suppose he meets someone and starts talking. Oh, no. We must track him down. I want you to follow him and find him, wherever he is.
And when I do?
There is no time for buffalo hunt now. When you find the prince, he will already be dead. Is it clear?
Sure, Baron. Plenty clear. I'll find the kid. Dead.
And that, my friends, is the end of my story. Who would have thought my uncle would be so ambitious to one day sit on my throne?
But why you not go to Buffalo Gap and tell Sheriff what happened?
Because my uncle would have only denied it, said I was having nightmares or something.
Well, Hank's right, Tonto. If he'd have stayed anywhere near the Baron, his life would have been in greater danger than it is now.
If I could contact my country's embassy in Washington, they should have to help me.
That's not possible. There's no telegraph office within 100 miles of here.
When your uncle finds you missing, he won't waste any time in sending Matt Cagle to look for you.
You think Matt Cagle meant him higher, Kemo Sabe?
I'm sure of it, Tonto. He couldn't be in this territory for any other reason.
It'd be plenty good if we could find him and capture Baron at the same time.
It's exactly what we must do. If we don't, Hank's life will be in constant danger.
But I could not allow you to take such risks for me. After all, I'm a foreign prince, and you are citizens of the United States. You owe me no allegiance.
You still have a lot to learn about Americans, Hank.
That's right, boy. When someone in trouble, we not ask where they're from. We try to help. Kemo Sabe, we go to Buffalo Gap and find Baron and Cagle?
First, we have to show the Baron up for what he is. A would-be assassin.
How we do that?
The Baron wants a chance to kill the prince. We're going to give him that chance.
But, did you look everywhere?
I looked everywhere within 20 miles of here. I lost his trail at the river.
What is it?
There's an Indian to see Your Excellency.
I have no time for Indians.
He says it's about the prince.
Oh. All right. Let him come in. What do you want, Redskin?
You man they call Baron?
Yes, I am.
You uncle of young prince from European country?
What about the prince?
Me find him last night in stable. Him fall off horse, hurts leg. Can't travel far.
What did he tell you?
Him give me plenty money to ride to nearest telegraph office with message.
All right, but what did he tell you?
Him tell me not to let you know me find him.
Then why are you letting me know?
Me think a boy pay me so much money not to let you know, you pay even more of me to tell you.
But, how will I know that you are telling the truth?
Me take this handkerchief from him.
This is his. Where is it?
You pay me enough money and me lead you to him.
How much you want?
Boy give me $100, and maybe you give me 200.
All right, Indian, 200. But I must get the money in my bedroom. You'll wait here. You heard everything?
Yeah, every word. That redskin is sure making it easy for us.
Almost too easy. I don't like the looks of it.
Aren't you going with him?
Of course, I have no choice. If he has the prince hidden somewhere, I must find him. But as soon as we leave here, I want you to follow us. But keep out of sight until we reach our destination.
Then move in and finish off the prince, huh?
And the Indian, too. He learned far too much for his own good. Just a little something I carry in case of emergency. Remember, keep close behind us. All right, Indian. Let me go now.
Their proof me not lie. Boy over there.
Uncle Otto, you broke your word, Redskin. You told him.
Him pay me more money than you.
I'm disappointed in you, Your Highness. Running away from your loving uncle. You know my only concern is your welfare.
I know all about your concern for me, Uncle. I heard you talking with that outlaw last night.
Oh, how unfortunate you did, Your Highness. It has necessitated my killing you even sooner than I had planned.
Me not understand this talk about killing. Give me what you promised, then me go.
On the contrary, Indian. You stay.
What you mean?
You did not think I was fool enough to follow you here without assuring myself I was protected?
This some kind of trick.
Drop that gun, Indian.
You see? I could not be sure whether you were telling the truth or not, so I took this necessary precaution.
What happened now?
He thinks he's going to kill both of us, Redskin. But he couldn't be more wrong.
I thought you said he had an injured leg.
A slight prevarication, Uncle. To get you out here and prove just what your intentions were in front of a witness.
And what good will that do you after I kill your witness?
I was not referring to the Indian, Uncle. Like you, I took the necessary precaution of protecting myself. There's a man with a gun standing behind you and that outlaw right now.
Don't believe him, Baron. That's the oldest trick in the world.
You still think it's a trick, Hagel?
You're the masked man who was chasing me yesterday.
Tonto and I have been after you for a long time.
Well, Uncle, what do you have to say now?
Well, I can only say that I underestimated Your Highness. You have outwitted me. But I'm an old hand in palace politics. I learned that the loss of a battle does not necessarily mean the loss of a war.
It means the loss of this war, Baron, and you won't get a chance to fight another one. Tonto, get some rope.
Oh, you Americans are always so sure of yourselves. But it's the quality I admire. Very well, my friend. I admit defeat. I can only doff my hat and salute my conqueror.
Drop it, Indian. Come down here. You two, drop your other gun.
As I warned you, Your Highness, the loss of a battle doesn't mean the loss of a war.
Gotta hand it to you, Baron. That was mighty fast thinking.
In my profession, one must think fast in order to survive. Keep your gun on them all the time. It's rather a shame, my prince. I think you would have made a good ruler if you had lived to rule. But of course, it's not the good who win thrones. It is the strong.
I wouldn't count on it, Baron. You're not on the throne yet.
Oh, you Americans. Such optimism, even when the cause is lost. Oh, but don't think about it badly, my friend. After all, your country is new, raw, uncivilized. You could not hope to compete with old-line European diplomacy and ingenuity.
My people have been in this country a long time, too, Baron. Longer than your people have been in your country. We maybe know some tricks, too.
You'd be surprised just how ingenious an American can be when he has to.
Then you better display your ingenuity quickly, my friend, because you have just about 30 seconds on this earth. You kill the prince first, then the masked man, then the Indian.
Well, that'll be a pleasure.
Wait, Baron.
What for? We have played our little game to the end, haven't we?
Not quite the end. If you kill the prince, you may not recover the jewels he took when he ran away.
Oh. You fled with more than just the clothes on your back, did you? Yes, I want the jewels before he died.
I have no jewels.
The jewels, please. Or must I kill you first and search you afterward?
You'd better give them up, Prince. After all, you were willing to this morning. You practically pushed them at Tonto as if they were a weapon.
So I did. I'd almost forgotten. The jewels are in my boot, Uncle. Have I your permission to get them?
You have my order to get them out.
Trick, you shot me, Uncle. Here he goes!
Well, Hank, this time the war is really over.
Yes, thanks to American ingenuity.
Hello, Hank.
Hello.
Well, Hank, Kegel and your uncle are safely in jail. But your uncle will have to stay there until your government decides what to do with him.
Why are you dressed in Western clothes?
Well, I thought if I was truly to learn about your wonderful country, then I should try to become one of you.
You'll make a good ruler someday. Well, it's time that Tonto and I were riding out.
I shall miss you both. I shall never be able to thank you enough for the wonderful lesson you've taught me.
What do you mean?
Well, that it's not who a man is, but what he is that counts.
That's a lesson we all have to learn sooner or later, Hank. Or should I say, Prince. Adios.
So long.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Come in.
Your Royal Highness? Your Royal Highness?
Yes?
If Your Royal Highness is ready, supper's waiting.
What did you say your name was, boy?
Chip, Your Royal Highness. Chip Truitt.
Well, do me a favor, Chip. As long as I'm in America, call me Hank.
Hank?
It's a name I think I've rather earned. Certainly proud of it. Almost as proud as that masked man must be of his name. The Lone Ranger.
Hail Silver! Away!
You get that wooden gun blackened yet?
Yeah?
When?
Next time around.
Hey, you. Yeah? Got some fire?
What's sounding you dead? Take care of him.
More trouble, Tonto. Crime wave continues. Clanton's robbed the stage.
Them plenty smart, Kemo Sabe. Always head for Badlands, not leave trail to follow.
I know. They have to be captured. Badlands or not.
You have plan?
No, but I think I know someone who might help us. Your friend Blackhawk has a ranch near here, hasn't he?
Ah, him know Badlands, too. Maybe have idea where Clanton's hideout.
That's just what I'm hoping. Come on.
I win, Scotty. That's another $1 million you owe me. That makes a total of... Hey, look! Father, come quick!
Morning, boys. Is your father home, Keo?
Boy grow tall since we last hear Kemo Sabe. You remember us, Keo?
Hello, Blackhawk.
Welcome, my friends. This is a great surprise. It has been many moons since you have visited Blackhawk. What brings you to my ranch?
We come to ask your help, Blackhawk. We on trail of Clanton brothers.
We're certain they have a hideout in the Badlands north of here. You know that territory well.
Well, that is true, masked man, but it has been many years since I have been there. I don't know if I could be of much help to you.
Anything you can tell us better than what we know now.
Tonto's right. Even if you remember the canyons, the water holes, any place that Clantons might set up camp.
I will try to remember. Perhaps if you gave me some time to think. You will spend the night here.
Thank you. But we must leave the first thing in the morning.
Of course. Keo, put the horses in the stable and give them food and water. You remember my son, Keo? And this is Scott Drew, a neighbor boy. They are very good friends.
We're happy to know you, Scott.
Me too, sir.
Go, Keo, or have you suddenly turned to stone?
Is that really him? A Lone Ranger?
Of course. And he remembered me.
And I didn't think you and your father really knew him.
Sure we do. He and Tonto are two of our best friends. You heard them. They came to ask my father's help.
Maybe someday you and I can be like the masked man and Tonto. I'll have a horse like this, and we can go out and capture outlaws, and...
Hey, that's a swell idea. But why do we have to wait till we grow up?
What do you mean?
We could do it now. The masked man said he needed help.
But, Keo, those badlands are dangerous.
My father taught me all about trekking, and I'm an Indian, just like Tonto. Indians know all about that sort of thing.
My pa sure wouldn't like it, but I guess he wouldn't have to know.
We'll leave them a note. We can ride out first thing in the morning before anybody is awake.
I can't get a gun, though.
Me either. But we don't have to really catch those outlaws. We'll just find out where they are, then tell the masked man and Tonto.
Sure. Then we can cover the part of the Badlands they miss. Then there'll be 4 of us searching for the Clanton gang.
You get some supplies and your horse, and we'll meet at our stables at sunup. And not a word to anybody.
All right. We'll make a great team, Keo.
We sure will, Kemo Sabe.
It is not much, my friend. Black Hawk wishes he could be of more help.
The places you mentioned are certainly worth a try. At least it's a start.
If my leg were not this way, I would go with you.
I know you would. Where's Keo? I wanted to say goodbye.
I have been wondering the same thing. It is not like the boy to leave without telling me.
He's probably with his friend Scott.
Kemo Sabe, we find note in stable. Boys go to look for outlaws.
What?
It's from Keo, all right. Listen to this. Scott and I have gone to look for the Clanton brothers. Do not worry about us. We will do things just like the Lone Ranger and Tonto. Together we hope to be of help. If we find the Clanton brothers' hideout, we will contact the masked man. Signed, Keo. Tonto, this is serious.
I've got to find them.
I know how you feel, Black Hawk, but you can't go after them. You'd better notify Scott's parents. According to this letter, it looks as if Tonto and I are responsible. It's our job to find the boys and bring them back.
Do not blame yourself, my friend. Boys do foolish things. I am not sorry they tried to be like you and Tonto.
We'll do everything in our power to find them. Our search for the Clantons will have to wait.
The Badlands are a big place, my friend. But I hope one thing.
What's that?
The Clanton brothers do not find the boys first.
Come on, Tonto.
Seems like we've been riding for days.
We've covered a lot of miles since we left this morning. You tired?
Not if you aren't. Do you have any idea where we are? All these rocks look the same to me.
It's just a matter of reading the tracking sign, Scotty. Like that rock over there. It's,
What's the matter?
I think that's the same rock we passed sometime this morning. Of course, there could be 2 alike.
I'll bet we're lost, that's what.
We couldn't be. I was sure I had a trail all figured out. But now I don't know.
I'm not really worried. We could find our way back if we wanted to.
Sure we can. Let's ride that way a while. Nothing's going to happen to us, Kemo Sabe.
Cactus fruit cut open, Kemo Sabe. Someone stopped here to get water from cactus pulp. Not dried out yet, still fresh.
Well, whoever stopped here must be running low on water. Not far ahead of us.
We try to catch up with him?
Yes, as long as we're this close. You know, Tonto, it could be the Clantons. I'd worry a lot less about those boys if the Clantons were captured.
I still think it's a bad idea, Wade. We're out of water and we've got a half a day's trip back to the hideout.
A little extra gold never hurt nobody, Vic. You got any complaints, kid?
Not me, Wade.
Looks like you're outvoted, Vic. After we hit the stage, we can head back to the hideout and have a nice long rest. There it comes now. Driver, need help. Outlaws, help me up. Need a doctor. Gotta get to a doctor.
Trouble, Kemo Sabe. Come on. been spotted. Yeah.
Tonto, see to the driver.
Him hurt bad, Kemo Sabe.
We'll have to get him to a doctor before we continue our search.
Gosh, I never knew there was a ghost town on the Badlands before.
Me either. You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
No.
Then we might as well spend the night here. It'll be dark soon. We'll leave our horses here in back of the old hotel. Sure is spooky in here.
Yeah. Look, yo. Supplies. They must have been left a long time ago.
At least we'll eat.
Look. It's a wooden gun.
Gee, it sure looks real.
Sure does. Suppose it'd be all right if I kept it?
Guess so. Unless one of the ghosts wants it back.
Yeah. Let's see what's through that door.
We can sleep up on that balcony there. That way we can have a good view of the spooks that come in.
Come on, let's get our bedrolls.
Wait, did you bring a candle?
Sure, matches too.
Good, because I'm not used to sleeping in ghost towns. And I figure we should have a light going all night long. It's an old Indian superstition, Kemo Sabe.
We keep on trail tonight, Kemo Sabe?
Yes. We lost valuable time getting the driver to a doctor. It couldn't be helped.
Lucky thing, him going to be all right.
We've got a lot of ground to cover and still no sign of Keo and Scott. If the Clantons on the loose, the Badlands is a dangerous place, especially at night. Tonto will head north. That way we should be able to cover plenty of ground by morning. Ready to ride?
All right, be ready.
What time do you suppose it is?
About midnight, I guess.
Midnight?
Well, maybe not quite.
Let's try to go to sleep.
All right.
What's that?
I don't know.
I've been in the saddle for a month.
Quit complaining. It beats prison. Come on, let's get some grub.
It's the Clantons.
I know. Now that we found them, what are we gonna do?
I'm all for getting out of here.
Me too.
Come on, maybe we can get out while they're still in the saloon.
What's that?
Hey, Vic, take a look upstairs, will you?
What do you want me to do? Kill myself? These stairs are rotten. A midget couldn't get up here without breaking his neck.
Come on, Johnny, you're hearing things. Let's get some sleep.
We're trapped. What are we gonna do?
We'll just have to wait till they go to sleep, then sneak out.
But my ankle. I'd never make it.
Then I'll have to go alone. You stay here. I'll find the Long Ranger in Tonto.
Are they asleep?
I think so.
Good luck. And hurry back, please. My ankle hurts something awful.
Kemo Sabe, look.
It's Keo.
We found him. We found the Clanton brothers.
Where's Scott?
Scott hurt his ankle. He's in the old ghost town. That's where the Clantons' hideout is. We were lost and...
You do foolish thing, boy.
Can you lead us to this ghost town?
Yes, sir. It is back that way. You are not mad at us, are you?
We'll talk about that later. Right now, we've got to get to that ghost town as quick as we can.
Well, everything's ready, Wade. I wish you'd make up your mind. First it's a long rest, now it's aboard.
Well, I decided we ought to start spending some of that money we've been stealing. Can't do us any good in the ghost town.
Well, we got enough supplies to get over the Badlands. Let's go.
One move and I'll shoot. We got you surrounded.
It's a kid.
Maybe I am a kid, but I can shoot this gun straight.
Can you, Bub? Well, let's see you do it. He's got my wooden gun.
There's lawmen all around this place.
Are there, Bub? Take a look outside. What's your name, Bub?
You'll find out.
Come on, tell me. We won't hurt you. We don't hurt kids.
Wait, there is somebody out there.
Over there, the hotel.
All right. Get in there where you'll be safe.
We better go around back, Kemo Sabe. Them see us from here.
Too late for that. Take cover.
I can't see him now.
Keo, you stay here and don't move.
Yes, sir. Oh, and you can get into the hotel through a door in that saloon.
You'll never get away. I told you we had you surrounded.
Shut up, kid. Where are they now?
They must be down the street someplace. I'll take a look.
sure took care of him. We got all of them, didn't we?
Yes, Keo. We got all of them.
You have my promise, Father. I will never again do anything as foolish.
Boy, me too. I can hardly wait for my folks to get here so I can tell them how sorry I am.
Them plenty worried about you.
I think you both learned a good lesson. You should never go anyplace without first telling your parents.
Yes, sir.
Scott, take care of that ankle.
I will, sir.
Goodbye, my friends, and thank you.
Keel, you mind your father.
Yes, sir. I will.
Adios.
Boy, we sure are lucky having friends like Tonto and the Lone Ranger.
You said it, Kemo Sabe.
Hi-yo, Silver! Away!
You've been riding fast. Back from town early.
I may have good reason to ride past, Kemo Sabe. Look.
Daring nighttime escape from state prison. Last night, after slugging and injuring 2 guards, the notorious Vic Foley made good his boast that no prison was big enough to hold him. Foley was captured only last year after a desperate gun battle, in which his confederate, a young Mexican boy named Eduardo Mendoza, was killed. Vic Foley. I'd hoped we'd seen the last of him.
Me hope same thing, Kemo Sabe. We had plenty trouble tracking him down. Him have plenty good reason for breaking out of prison.
Yes, 100,000 good reasons. The money he stole from that last bank job was never recovered. And now with his partner dead, Foley's the only one that knows where it is.
You think that where him headed?
Tonto, I'm almost sure of it. Don't forget, he managed to hide that money before we captured him.
But how we find him? We not know where to look for money.
Now, we know this much. The money is hidden somewhere in Devil's Canyon, right where we captured him.
If we ride fast, we maybe catch up with him.
We'll go after Vic Foley as soon as we break up camp.
Hello, Danny boy. Remember me, Vic Foley?
Senor Vic, you have escaped.
Do you think I wouldn't?
But why have you come here?
Because I need help. Food, clothes, horse. Most of all, you.
Me? I do not understand.
Look, kid, every lawman in the country be watching out for me. I don't dare show my face. Someone's got a front for me till I get where I'm headed.
But where are you headed, Senor Vic?
Where do you think? To pick up the $100,000 your brother and me took from the bank last year.
But my brother is dead now.
That's right. So his share belongs to you. 50,000 bucks. Why don't you want it?
I do not know, Senor Vic. I have never stolen before.
Look, kid, do you know why your brother helped me pull this job? It was for you and your sister. To help raise enough money to get this farm off the rocks. You two were near starving a year ago.
We still are, Senor Vic. But somehow we managed to keep our heads above water. No, I cannot go with you. My sister Maria would be very unhappy.
And I'll give you another reason for going. Do you know how your brother died?
See, I read it in the newspaper. There was a gunfight with an Indian and a masked man called the Lone Ranger.
That's right. They captured me, and then they shot your brother. In the back.
In the back? Why, I did not know that.
Well, now you know it, and I'm wondering if you're man enough to take his place. To collect the money he stole for you. And to help me get revenge on the 2 men who killed him.
Revenge? How, Senor Vic?
By helping me set a trap for them up in Devil's Canyon when they come after me again. And they will, I promise you that. They're like bloodhounds once they pick up the scent. But this time, we'll be ready and waiting for them. Are you coming or not?
Si, Senor Vic. I will come. But what about Maria? She will be very unhappy.
Well, where's she now?
Working in the fields.
Well, what you want, I won't hurt her. We'll get some of your brother's clothes for me. Some guns and food.
Si, Senor Vic.
Danny, why aren't you... No, not you, the evil one.
I've forgotten what a spitfire you are, Maria.
Why have you come back here? I had hoped that Danny and I would never see you again.
Now, that ain't very friendly, seeing that I'm here to do you a favor.
There is only one favor you can do us. Go, now.
Oh, sure, Maria. Just as soon as your brother finishes running some errands for me.
Danny? What do you mean?
Our only weapons are these pistol and shotgun, Senor Vic. I will get food now, and...
Danny mio, why are you helping him?
Because I know how our brother Eduardo died.
Eduardo died because this man taught him to steal, and the law caught up with them.
Eduardo died because he was shot in the back by a masked man called the Lone Ranger.
I have read much about this Lone Ranger. He does not shoot people in the back.
It's up to you, kid, whether you want to share on the money. Or you're man enough to avenge your brother's death.
I will get food and saddle the horses, Senor Vic.
Danny mio, no! Senor Foley, please. Because of you, one of my brothers is already dead. Do not take the other away from me, too.
I'm sorry, Maria, I need him.
Why? You are smarter and stronger than he is. And no man can draw a gun faster or shoot it straighter than you.
That's what I thought until I met that masked man.
What do you mean?
I mean this. You know what it means for a man like me to lose his trigger finger? All my life I've lived by the gun. And all because of that masked man, I can't hit the broadside of a barn.
I'm glad. Glad. I hope his next bullet finds your heart. No, Danny must stay.
The food is in the saddlebag, Senor Vic.
Come on, let's get going.
But where is Maria?
She went back to the fields, and if we want to get back to Devil's Canyon before the masked man and the Indian, we got to get going.
We ask questions here, too, Kemo Sabe?
Yes, Tonto. Foley's headed for Devil's Canyon. He must have stolen a horse from one of these farms. You try the house. I'll ask in the barn.
Oh.
Miss.
Kemo Sabe.
Tonto, this girl's been hurt.
The masked man and the Indian.
You not be afraid. We not hurt you.
What happened?
Before I answer your questions, Senor, you must answer some of mine.
What are they?
Are you the two men who captured Vic Foley last year?
No, that's right. Why you ask?
The man who was with him, Eduardo Mendoza. How was he killed?
He was shot in the back.
By you?
No, Senorita. It was Foley. When Foley saw me coming after him, he tried to use Mendoza as a shield. It was Foley's bullet that killed him.
I should have known.
Now you tell us how you will get hurt.
Si, senors. Vic Foley did it. I am Maria Mendoza, the sister of Eduardo.
We're sorry. We didn't know.
I do not blame you for what happened, senors. Eduardo had broken the law. But now Foley has persuaded my brother Danny to go with him. He has promised him money and revenge.
Your brother not realize Foley just using him. Foley not kind of man to keep promise.
I tried to warn him, senors, but it was no use. They are gone by now.
Then we'll go after them as soon as we take you back to your house.
Feel in there, kid. See what you find.
Feels like some heavy socks, Senor Vic.
Well, pull them out. How does it look to you?
So much money. I've never seen so much money in all my life.
And don't forget, half of it is yours. You and your sister will be able to live in clover for the rest of your life. Now, come on, let's put these sacks back out of sight again. My guess is right. Won't be long before the masked man and the Indian show up. And when they do, We want to have our trap ready for them.
What kind of trap, Senor Vic?
Remember that cave I pointed out to you about a mile back?
See?
Well, there's some blasting powder in there. I was planning a train holdup about a year ago. Figured it'd come in handy.
But what does that have to do with the masked man and the Indian?
Everything. That cave's our trap. I can set it and spring it. All I need is the right bait to lead them into it.
And what is the bait you plan to use?
You, Danny boy. You.
I wonder who's firing at us.
Whoever it is aimed plenty bad. That probably means it's the Mendoza boy.
Or Foley. Remember, he lost his trigger finger.
You keep him pinned down, Kemo Sabe. Me circle around behind him and try to take him by surprise.
Be careful, Tonto. All right, Mendoza. Where's Foley hiding?
How did you know my name?
Never mind how. Now, where's Foley?
I do not know what you're talking about.
Tonto, search him. See if he has any of the money on him.
No, it is mine. You have no right to take it from me.
Look, Kemo Sabe, $1,000, all in new bills.
So you don't know what we're talking about.
I would not take you to where Foley is, even if I could.
Tonto, I guess we have no choice. We'll take him back into town and turn him over to the authorities. We'll look for Foley later.
You plenty foolish boy. Why, if Foley's spending money, you spend next few years in jail.
He's right, Mendoza. If you protect Foley, you'll only be an accessory to his crime. Of course, if that's what you want. Let's go.
Wait, senors. Supposing I did lead you to Foley's hideout, would I go free then?
I can't make you any promises, but it'll certainly help.
Very well. I will take you to him. Why should I not? He lied to me. He promised me half the money and then sent me away with just $1,000.
Where him hiding?
A cave in the mountains near here. Only we must hurry. He plans to leave as soon as dark.
Kemo Sabe.
You just stay right here. What's wrong, Tonto?
Me not trust boy, Kemo Sabe. Him give in too easy. And him make it plenty easy for me to find money on him.
I know. We have no other choice. We've got to capture Foley before he does any more harm. I'm sure the boy knows where he's hiding.
You're right, Kemo Sabe. Let me get boy's horse.
There, senors. You see, I was telling the truth. It is Foley's horse. He's inside the cave now.
How far inside the cave is his hideout?
Oh, a long way, senor. Through many tunnels. He cannot possibly hear us yet. I get lantern. These will give us light enough to see by. Come. The tunnel is this way.
are you up to, Mendoza? This is a dead end.
Si, senors. The trap is sprung. And there's a gun on that entrance right now. Did I follow orders well, Senor Vic?
You sure did, kid. I couldn't have done better myself.
So we were right all the time. You were leading us into a trap.
Si, senors. A trap for the men who shot my brother in the back. Senor Vic promised me revenge. And now I have it.
You're a fool, Danny. We've got our guns fully and we're coming out shooting.
I wouldn't try it if I were you, mister. I've got a shotgun leveled at the entrance to that room. And even a man without a trigger finger couldn't miss at this range.
You're right, Kemo Sabe. We don't have chance against shotgun.
See how neatly the trap is sprung? They're beaten, Senor Vic.
What you so happy about, boy? You caught in the same trap.
Senor Vic will get me out. Senor Vic, they have their guns on me. How will you get me out?
It's a good question, kid. I reckon there just ain't no way I can.
No, Senor Vic. You cannot mean it. You are my friend.
He'd just as soon shoot you as not.
Perhaps I can prove to you he's not your friend. Foley!
What do you want, masked man?
You're planning to kill us. There's no reason the boy has to die, too. Now, we're willing to let him walk out of here if you want him to.
But I don't want him to. And you're smart enough to know that, mister. The way I've got it figured, $100,000 ain't nearly enough for one man, let alone two.
All right, Foley. What happens next?
You just stay quiet. And you'll find out in about half a minute. I reckon that just about makes us even, masked man.
So that's what Foley had planned for us. Slow death by suffocation.
Senors, how do we get out?
Danny, don't lose your head. Kemo Sabe right. We dig slowly and save energy.
It is no use. We cannot dig through in time. I can hardly breathe now.
Take it easy, Danny.
Soon we will all be dead.
We give up plenty easy, boy. Men like Foley not as smart as them think. Somewhere along the line, them always make mistake.
Tonto. Look at this.
It only blasting powder. Like him used to close entrance.
Yes, but Foley forgot one thing. Blasting powder not only can close an entrance, but open it as well.
You're right, Kemo Sabe.
But supposing it only clogs the entrance more, senors?
Danny, we've got to take that chance. You two, get over in that corner.
Senors, you have done it. We are free.
We still may have time to catch Foley if we ride fast. You know where his hideout is?
Si, senor. And this time when I lead you to it, there will be no traps. We are on time. There is Foley's horse.
Tonto, you and Danny stay here. He's less likely to spot one of us.
But it is I who should risk my life this time.
You do what my friends say. There's no jump for boy. Kemo Sabe, you be plenty careful. Him still have shotgun.
We've all beaten them, Danny.
How can I ever thank you, senors? You have given me back my brother, whom I feared lost forever.
I'm sure Danny has learned a lesson. He won't get in trouble again.
No, senors. I know now who are my friends and who are my enemies. I know also that to get money, one must earn it, not steal it.
You work plenty hard on farm and give you good living.
Come on, Tonto. Our job is done here. Adios.
Vaya con Dios. They are fine men, Danny mio. We must remember them in our prayers.
See, Maria. I think I will always remember the Lone Ranger.
I am Silver!